Hey guys, how's everybody doing? We are continuing on our release notes, and I am continuing on with my F213 in level 7. And hopefully you watched the last video. If you haven't, well, we covered the majority of the release notes in that video, so we're just gonna wrap it up here in this video and maybe talk about a couple other things. And so let's get on with it. Release notes 14.3. We left off with fixes, so we're just going to continue on. Corrected an issue causing avatars revived with a Mind Force resurrection chip to fall through the ground. The friends list now updates correctly when adding or removing friends without requiring a relog. Thank fucking Christ. Thank you, Mindark, for fixing that. Jesus, I mean, that's been a bug for how long? I don't even know. It's been over a year, over a couple of years now. The friends list issue. Okay. Corrected an issue causing movement to be aborted when switching to a different key press. Achievements now unlock and display correctly for disciples who have changed mentors. Interesting. The pet card balance displayed in the trade terminal now updates correctly when making transactions. Thank God. That was another one. That was another big one for me. Like, I don't think I've ever commented on it, but it always kind of threw me off using the TT and then looking at the pet card balance and inventory. So, firing a weapon at a revival terminal no longer decays or consumes ammunition. Who does that? Why is that even a thing? Like, does anybody, like, leave a comment below if you understand that. Firing a weapon at a revival terminal. Okay. Whatever. The default sort for the auction time left now displays correctly. The strong posture animation has been corrected. An issue preventing the navigation window from appearing when using several teleportation chips has been corrected. In the manufacturer interface, checkboxes for residue types are now enabled only when the use residue checkbox is ticked. Okay, we're back on target here. An issue causing unintended falling damage in some instances has been corrected. The Society terminal now updates correctly when the accepted members flag is switched. That's good too. Land area markers now display the correct tax rate. Oh my god, really? I mean, I never noticed it, but I mean, that's kind of a priority fix, I would imagine. Dropping items in underground areas now function correctly. Underwater creatures no longer get stuck on the ocean floor, so if you're a Leviathan hunter, your Leviathans are fixed. Your freaking water babies. Yeah, actually, just a little ADD moment. You guys ever watch or see like what a water bear is? It's this microorganism that, I don't know, he kind of like shrivels up into nothing, and then he could stay like that for, I don't know, like hundreds. I think they consider him like one of the oldest organisms on the planet, but they could stay in the stasis state almost forever until it rains, and then when the rain is gone, he shrivels up again until it waits till the next rainfall. I know, it's fucking amazing, isn't it? Alright, let's get back on track here. Okay, the camera will now return to its original position after playing the Hall of Fame animation. Reduced freezes when loading vehicles. I don't know about that. I mean, in the first video I had a little freeze up there. Corrected an issue preventing the sale of empty blueprint books to the trade terminal in certain situations. Good, I'm glad they fixed that. I don't know if you guys have ever tried selling your empty blueprint books, but it would always, you would put it in the TT terminal, and then it would always tell you to empty out your blueprints, even though there was none in there, and then you would have to relog to sell them again. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Corrected an issue causing weapons with skill requirements above level 100 to display incorrect damage interval in the item info panel. Voice indicators no longer become frozen above the avatar's head if proximity chat is disabled while talking. Avatar collision logic has been improved to prevent blocking. Manufacturing attempts from previously loaded blueprints are no longer visible after changing blueprints in the manufacturing interface. One more bomb here, I think, and then we'll cross server lines. Known issues, so a couple of known bugs that they just kind of haven't gotten around to yet. The 64-bit client can crash in certain situations due to old installations. Running the client repair tool will usually resolve this issue. Targeting with auto use tool can behave strangely in some situations. Fuck me, really? I use that all the time. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what it does. Loading progress bar for dungeons is not working correctly. The hitbox for some creatures may result in missed attacks, but no DK or ammo will be incurred in failed attacks. There you go. Fair enough. So that's it. That's the 14.3 patch notes. The only thing we're waiting for now is pretty much the Planet Partner update, which I think will be in a week or two. Probably 2 weeks. Cross server lines here. So pretty good. I mean, we got a whole bunch of different shit fixed. I think that's fantastic. A lot of the stuff I've been kind of looking at for a while, wondering if they would get around to it. But a lot of the big ones, especially the summoning, I know that's huge, and of course the disciples fixes. Those are huge fixes. Yeah, so pretty good job. Hopefully there won't be too many additional bugs. I know, just reading from, on PCF, a lot of people are kind of crashing here and there. So, and I would kind of suggest, if you are crashing, if you're running the 64-bit, kick it back down to 32-bit, see what that does for you. If it doesn't, help your crash, then run the 64-bit again and use the repair tool. Obviously, it says right there, use the fucking repair tool. But and then hopefully they'll stabilize this patch so that everybody won't be crashing, because apparently that's a big thing right now. So we'll see what happens. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Castle Crashers video I mentioned in the previous video. Make sure if you guys want a copy of that, check it out on Friday's video. I'll do a video of that. And I gotta say, congratulations to Killzone Madman Killer. You guys probably saw his name the other day. It's got to be about 3 or 4 days now. This guy had a fucking amazing run, and I was just talking to him maybe a night or two ago about it. And he started on Foma, and he hit a 700 ped Elicinenes gel. Alright, and that's just like the beginning of his amazing streak here. And then he nails a 15,000 ped Calderite. And I'm sure that's what everybody has seen, because it was on the Hofboard. It was #1. It was, big hit. And then shortly after he hits the 15k and that's 700 ped, he hits a 2k narc up on Foma. Fucking amazing luck. That's every miner's dream. It really is. A tower, two good size Hofs. And then the next day he logs on, he goes to hell, and he hits a 2k Force Nexus. And then the following day after that, I think it was a 1k or around a 1k Calderite. Just crazy luck, really. I mean, congrats, Madman. I know I already said that to you, but that's just a hell of a run. I have to talk about that because it's so uncommon for something like that to happen. and but it really keeps you going, and it's good to see that that scenario is possible. Like that is a definite possibility for that to happen to you. You know, it's like one in fucking, I don't know, 10,000 chance. You know, it took me over 500,000 ped cycle to hit my previous tower, and the entire last year I hardly hit anything over 2K, I think it was. But before that, you know, the previous year was, you know, the 28K Vita Stone. I had two like 3.9K star particles when it was a good markup, and a few other really good hits. So sometimes you just nail them, and sometimes you don't. So we're gonna kind of finish this up. Megan, so now that we're actually hitting claims, this was a terrible run, by the way. I definitely lost a couple hundred pet between the last video and this video. It's kind of been like that though. I do like Arc. I have been staying on Arc. I've hardly gone back to Cali other than to sell a couple of things. But Arc has been fairly good. You don't really realize how much markup you're getting from the resources unless you really keep track of it. But I know with the Megan Stone, I've been hitting Regulite, Gorbic Tallow, Energized Crystal. Samantar has a really big markup, almost 160%. Edrays had a decent markup, about 125. It's starting to fall now, but yeah, good stuff here. Really good stuff. I mean, obviously it's mixed in with some bad stuff too, but you know, if you auction correctly, you could get a little bit out of it. You could squeeze a little blood from that stone. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, rate this thumbs up. And if you haven't yet done so, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.